The LARES program does something that nobody else does. The LARES program has, first of all, survived for over 40 years in a time when there have been budget cuts and it's been difficult for higher education to exist. We consider the whole student as a person. We take into consideration everything that's happening in their lives, not just academically. That's something that's a given. But we go beyond that in terms of really being concerned about what's happening in their lives, being there for them, not just being there in the classroom, but being there outside of the classroom. The LARES mission really is intentional in terms of creating leaders for the Latino community, creating change agents, students that will go beyond the university and make a difference in society. Latinos are still not at the table. They're still not represented in the many areas that exist in terms of jobs and policy-making decision positions. But we want to help students make sure they can navigate through the higher educational process, make it on through to graduate school and get successful careers.
For college courses, I think the expectations are much higher, obviously, than high school. Being like a first-generation college student, it's kind of hard because you don't necessarily have parents to go to when you need help with chemistry. They never took chemistry classes, so you can't get help from them. You just have to find the space and time to be able to get help, even if you can't get it at home. What I appreciate about the LARES program more than anything is the availability of advisors to be able to help you whenever you need it. They help you plan out everything. They even help you plan out your next summer. I don't always know what to do, so being able to have someone to talk to really helps. It's a very great resource, and I'm happy I found out about it, and I'm happy I'm a part of it. I definitely wouldn't have been as involved at UIC if it hadn't been for LARES.
Giovanna is a student that really stuck out. She's very confident, very well assured. And when I first met her, she always had a doubt, and her doubt was always with the academics. She really wanted something that would assist her academically and prepare her to the fullest before she started her academic career here at UIC. The program that we have is geared towards exposing students early on in their academics and preparing them to the full potential before they enroll. With the growing demographics in the US, Latino population is on the rise, but unfortunately, our degree completion attainment is not. So it's lagging in comparison to other non-Latino counterparts. So our job and what we really try to focus on is what are those issues, what are those barriers for the Latino community to really help them successfully become academic professionals.
My first interaction, I guess, with UIC was when I was a high school student. I was actually recruited by Andres Garza, who was at LARES at the time. I was coming into UIC under different qualifications as a DQ student, and that's where LARES played a big role for me. I needed assistance, they helped me out, and by the time that I graduated from college, I was a top student, and I knew that I could achieve that much more. 2011 comes around, and I actually delivered the commencement speech to UIC's College of Business Administration's graduating class that year at the Pavilion. I was the keynote, and I couldn't believe that was happening. I really had the runway that LARES had built for me to be able to take off, and that's what I did.
Ultimately, we want to empower the students, so we want to use their current knowledge and skills and get them where they ultimately want to be, not only professionally, academically, but also personally as well. We meet the students early on in their high schools. We really try to make that connection with them, being intentional in providing the resources for them, scholarships, even just walking them to the university campus is a key component. We also introduce them to current student organizations as well, fostering their success here at the undergraduate career.
There is a family that exists that goes beyond the incoming freshmen, beyond the walls of the LARES office, that continues once students have graduated, become members of society.
Every time I come to LARES, I feel very welcomed. There's a friendly atmosphere, everyone's smiling. It feels like everyone just knows each other.
When I was here interacting with a lot of the counselors within LARES, I looked up to them. I also saw them as a cohort of leaders that were making an impact here on campus, but beyond that.
The university is really a reflection of society, and if we look at what's happening in society today in the different communities, we still see that there's some issues, some challenges that society needs to overcome. Well, the university works with many of those issues also. So as long as that environment exists, there's a need for the LARES program.
LARES has been instrumental. I owe them a lot of my success because they enabled me. They really did empower me. They were able to see in me something that, potential, determination, that they knew they could basically activate. I just really feel like I would not be at this level in my career if it wasn't for LARES.
Working with students early on as they transition from high school to college, to just seeing them every step of the way and being successful in each endeavor that they conquer is very satisfying for me as an advisor. As the growing number of Latino students in the U.S. continues to rise, we need to be able to have that foundation for them to ultimately be successful. Continuing with the efforts that LARES is doing, our mission is, again, to empower students not only professionally, but also academically in becoming future leaders in the community and also in their professions.
We need to keep programs like LARES running because those are the people that really understand us and really help us.
LARES is an important part of the UIC community because a lot of the students that come through here don't just come through here to get their degrees. They're coming here to be active participants of our society, of our economy. And LARES is one of those places that is like a catalyst for that. They help incubate that leadership.